So let's dive into a powerful story about a prince, a princess, and what seems like an impossible challenge. But really, what this story is about is the search for a magic solution to a problem we all face: fear. And this is the big question we're going to be tackling. Think about it. Where does real strength come from? Is it from some external magical fix? Or is it from the character and the smarts that we build up inside ourselves? Keep that in your head as we follow this prince's journey.
All right, so let's meet our hero, Prince Vajravira. And on the surface, this guy's got it all. He's beloved, he's handsome, and he is an absolute prodigy with a bow and arrow. But underneath all of that, he is wrestling with a seriously crippling crisis of confidence. And this slide just nails his problem, right? On one hand, he's this incredible, maybe even the best archer around. But on the other hand, he is just completely paralyzed by the fear of failing. And it's this internal battle, with this huge challenge just around the corner, that pushes him to look for help. And the stakes? They are ridiculously high. He's not just in it for the glory, he's in love with Princess Meghna, and he has to win this tournament to marry her. And to do that, he's got to go up against the best warriors in the entire world. So in his mind, losing is just not an option.
So, feeling totally overwhelmed, the prince does what many of us might do. He goes to his wise guru, Suryacharya. Kind of looking for a shortcut, right? A guarantee that he'll win. And the guru offers him just that, a magic arrow that never, ever misses. But there's a catch.
The guru hands him this bundle with the arrow inside, but he can only use it if he follows 3 sacred laws. And just look at what these laws are about. They have nothing to do with magic. They're all about your mindset. Don't act out of fear. Don't act out of impatience. And definitely don't act out of anger. The guru is already teaching him that the real power is in self-control. And this right here, this is the core lesson. The real win isn't hitting some target. It's conquering that fear inside you that holds you back. The magic arrow, it's just a tool, almost like a psychological safety net to help the prince figure that out for himself.
All right, so the prince has his unopened bundle, and he's off to the tournament. But of course, the journey isn't going to be that simple. His promise to follow those 3 laws? Yeah, that's going to be tested, like, right away.
And bam, first obstacle. He comes across a village that is being terrorized by a tiger. It's attacking their livestock, even their kids. The people are desperate, and they beg the prince to help them.
So just put yourself in his shoes for a second. You've got a magic arrow that cannot miss. You're in a hurry. How tempting would it be to just whip it out, solve the problem in 2 seconds, and get back on the road? The temptation must have been immense.
But just as he's about to take that easy way out, he stops. He remembers his promise. He remembers that second law from his guru. Don't use the arrow just because you're impatient. He realizes a quick fix would mean not trusting the very skills he spent his life building. So he puts the bundle away.
So instead of magic, he uses his brain. He and his companion, Bola, come up with this really clever plan. They use smoke, they use loud noises, they use a net to trap the tiger. And only then does the prince use his own strength, his own skill with a sword, to end the threat. He proved to himself that he didn't need the magic.
Okay, 1 test down. But of course, the challenges are just going to get tougher. Next up, he runs into a giant ogre who's bullying a bunch of villagers. And this ogre has a magical advantage, a special protection from a witch that makes him seem completely invincible. And again, you can just imagine him thinking, okay, maybe now is the time for the arrow. But nope, instead of reaching for the easy solution, he actually analyzes the problem. And this is so important. He finds a loophole. The ogre's magic shield only works if the attacker is on the ground, on a horse, or in a chariot. So what does he do? He attacks while swinging from a rope, totally airborne, which completely bypasses the ogre's magical defense. Another win, all thanks to clever thinking and courage.
So, after battling tigers and ogres, the prince finally makes it to the tournament, and he's feeling more confident than ever. But the final challenge, oh boy, it is designed to be pretty much impossible, and it's going to push his newfound self-belief to the absolute limit.
So here's the task. Shoot a tiny fish that's swimming in a glass tank from 300 paces away. The problem? Refraction. You know how a straw looks bent when you put it in a glass of water? It's that same illusion. The water bends the light, so where you think the fish is, well, it isn't actually there. It's a test of physics just as much as it is archery.
One by one, all the other warriors step up, and they all fail. The pressure is building. Prince Vajravira takes his first shot and misses. The arrow just splashes right into the water. You can just feel the whole hall go silent, and that old fear starts creeping back in. He's only got 2 chances left.
He takes a deep breath, fighting that urge to just grab the magic arrow. He takes his second shot, but he does something really weird. He doesn't aim at the fish at all. He aims for the corner of the glass tank. The crowd is just completely confused. Now everything is riding on his very last arrow.
And here's where we see his genius. That second arrow shatters the tank, and all the water pours out. Suddenly, the whole problem of refraction is gone. The fish is now just flopping around on the floor, an easy target. With his final arrow, he pins it, winning the tournament and the hand of Princess Magna. He didn't just beat the challenge, he completely changed the rules of the game. So he returns to his crew victorious and completely transformed. He has the princess, he has the admiration of the entire kingdom, but most importantly, he has this brand new belief in himself. And he also has something to return, that unopened bundle.
Vajravira presents the bundle, and you can just imagine the pride in his voice when he says he never even needed to open it. The guru just smiles and then delivers this final brilliant twist. He says, "As far as I know, this bundle has never been opened." The message is clear. This wasn't just a test for the prince. It's a test that has been passed down before.
And that, right there, is the ultimate lesson. The arrow was a placebo. Its power wasn't magic. Its power was in the discipline and the principles it forced the prince to develop. The laws, no fear, no impatience, no anger, they weren't rules for the arrow, they were rules for him. The true magic was the strength he had inside himself all along.
Which leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about, doesn't it? Was there ever really a magic arrow in that bundle to begin with? Or was the only magic the belief that it was there? Thanks for tuning in.